Well, hey, friends, I hope you're having a good day. Question for you today. Have you ever been thrown out of a house? No, I hope not. Have you ever been thrown out of a car? I hope not. Have you ever been thrown off of a horse? No, I have, but not lately. Have you ever been thrown out of anywhere? Well, I hope not. Well, there's this phrase, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Have you ever heard of that phrase before? Yeah, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Now, whoever would think of throwing a baby out, especially with the bathwater? Yeah, that seems hard to believe. So it makes me wonder where this phrase of throw the baby out with the bathwater came from. Well, apparently in the Middle Ages, many, many, many years ago, when people from Europe, the Europeans, bathed infrequently for a variety of reasons, in other words, they didn't take a lot of baths, many people thought that bathing was rather unhealthy, and so they avoided it, except on rare occasions. Maybe we thought that when we were all younger, that taking a bath was unhealthy, and that's why we refused to take a bath or complain when we ever had to take a bath. Who knows? But anyhow, what happened then when they didn't hardly take baths at all or took them very infrequently, when they did bathe, they would fill a large tub of water, like this bucket, heated on the stove, and then the whole family would take turns using this tub of water, with the oldest going first. So first, Daddy would get in, take a bath, get out, and then Mom would come in and take a bath and get out. And then, depending upon how many children there were, they would all take turns taking a bath, from the oldest down to the youngest. So all these people were getting in and out of the same tub of water. And by the time they got down to the young children, or the baby even, the water was rather dirty, possibly cold, and it was just something that was the way it happened. So by the time the baby got in, well, again, as I said, the water was rather not cold or not hot, rather cold and very dirty. So can you imagine a baby getting into this dirty water and becoming hidden by the dirty water? Well, rather unlikely. Since someone had to be present to bathe the baby, it is unlikely that the baby would have slipped entirely below the surface, or that someone would have really dumped the baby out, yeah, now, when emptying the tub, since most people keep track of the location of their babies. However, the image of tossing the dirty water of the bath without pulling the baby out first would have been understood to people living during this time, as they heard the phrase, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater, even though it probably never really happened. So, this phrase of don't throw the baby out with the bathwater is often used as a warning. It's something to think about. And it would be a warning to be careful not to discard or throw something out that's valuable while getting rid of something that may be worthless. The dirty water, something you want to get rid of. The baby, not so much. And so be careful when you're deciding what you want to throw out. You don't want to throw out something valuable, but you may want to throw out something that's worthless. Sometimes hasty decisions, or decisions that we make very quickly without thinking about, can have very bad consequences. We don't want to lose the baby, do we? No, but we want to get rid of the dirty water. But we need to think about pulling the baby out first. So before we make decisions, it may be necessary to take a break, to think carefully, to find the good and the bad in a situation before making a choice about what to do. In other words, not throwing the baby out with the bathwater. So, in our lives, I want to encourage and challenge you to be careful when you make decisions. Always think about the good and the bad of that decision. Always seek the truth and what is right. Do you know that in Proverbs 18:15 it says this? Those whose hearts understand what is right get knowledge. That's because the ears of those who are wise listen for it, using the brains that the Lord gave us to think through things. King Solomon, when he took his throne, asked God for wisdom. And in 1 Kings 3:9, he says this of God, so give me, Lord, a heart that understands, so that I can then rule over your people, and I can tell the difference between what is right and what is wrong. The prophet Hosea in Hosea 14:9 said, if someone is wise, they will realize that what I've said is true. If they have understanding, they will know what it means. The ways of the Lord are right. People who are right with God live the way he wants them to, but those who refuse to obey him trip and fall. And in the New Testament, in the book of James, James chapter 1, verse 5, it says, if any of you need wisdom, you should ask God for it. He will give it to you. God gives freely to everyone and doesn't find fault. So we must be, as people of God, careful with the decisions we make. We don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater. We don't want to get rid of the good when we throw out the bad. We need to stop and think through some of our decisions to make sure that we are doing the best thing possible, that we are offering wisdom and to others and to ourselves as we think through our decisions. So today, let's not throw the baby out with the bathwater. Let's make good decisions, wise decisions, decisions that will benefit us and others and that will bless God. My wish for you is a good day and a day filled with peace.